Oil change on a Jeep Wrangler 4.0 liter 6-cylinder TJ. Start by gathering the supplies and tools you'll need for the job. The owner's manual, or an online equivalent, will be helpful for specifics to your Jeep's engine. When in doubt, referring to the owner's manual is a good option. Oil types, amounts, and filters vary per Jeep, but the step-by-step process is similar with all vehicles. Tools you'll need include a 5/8 socket or wrench, the proper filter for your engine, the correct oil type and amount for your engine, a funnel, something to put the oil in to be recycled later, something to catch the oil being drained from the engine, a tool to grip, loosen, and tighten the oil filter. Remember to check and document your miles before changing the oil. Lift the hood. Locate your engine oil dipstick, filter, and oil fill cap. Remove the oil fill cap. Place the pan underneath the Jeep to catch the oil that will be draining from the engine. Having multiple pans as backup is a good idea, unless you are certain that the pan you have is large enough to catch all of the old oil that will drain from the engine. Locate the 5/8 nut at the bottom of your engine underneath your Jeep. Loosen the nut and then slowly unscrew it. Be ready for engine oil to drain out of the hole once you remove the nut. Initially, the oil will come out quickly and slow over time as the engine oil drains further and the pressure decreases. Keep an eye on the draining engine oil and adjust your pan accordingly until you are sure the remaining oil will drain directly into the pan. Be sure to place the nut you removed to drain the oil somewhere safe, as you will need it later to seal back up the drain point. Allow the engine oil to drain fully, until there is nothing more than a few drips every couple of minutes. Allowing your engine to run briefly before removing the nut and draining the oil can help speed up the process. But be careful when you do remove the nut, as the engine oil will be warm. Once you are satisfied you've drained as much old oil out of the engine as you can, the next step is to remove the old oil filter. This can be done via bare hands or an appropriately effective tool. It may be in your best interest to make sure you can loosen your oil filter before draining all of your old engine oil out, in case you find you cannot remove your oil filter through your means at hand. Once your oil filter is loose, place your pan underneath your oil filter itself and slowly unscrew the oil filter from the engine. Be careful, as it is full of oil. Empty as much of the oil out of the old oil filter as you can into your pan and place it aside for later. Take your new oil filter and, using some of the old or new oil, lubricate the seals of the new filter. Then, pour a small amount of new oil into the new engine oil filter and carefully thread it onto the engine. Be sure the new filter is snug tight to the engine, but not overly tight, so you will be able to remove it in a future oil change. Next, clean off and reinstall the nut you removed from the bottom of the engine to drain the old oil. Be sure the nut is snug tight as to prevent leaks, but not overly tight, so you will be able to loosen it again for a future oil change. Now, with the help of a funnel, pour the new engine oil into the oil fill hole. Again, be sure you have the correct amount and type of oil needed for your engine. Once you're done, clean the fill hole and replace the engine oil fill cap. And check and clean your oil dipstick. Be sure to dispose of the old oil and oil filter properly. Check around your area for local recycling policies, or check with local stores that sell oil and oil filters and ask about recycling it there. Once you have everything resealed, start your engine and check to make sure everything is running properly. Once you've done that, close up your engine and you're good to go.